Hi, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the Run Pass Option with Pro Football Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce and Doc Holliday. I am Doc Holliday. Now, I say this intro a lot of times. Then the next thing you all hear me say is that Doc Holliday, I'm rolling this solo today. But I ain't rolling solo today. I got my guy with me, got my co-pilot, my brother with me. And I told him, Isaac, you only contractually obligated. It ain't even a contract, to do it once or twice a week, maybe twice. I might pop one out every day because I'm just at the crib. And sometimes I wake up 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning and knock one out. And so Isaac is not available at that time. But anyway, brother, how you doing, man? Good to see your face. Good to hear your voice.
Hey, I'm doing well, man. I'm well and I'm blessed, man. And as long as I'm the co-pilot of this G650 jet, it's all good, Doc. We can go anywhere, anytime with our own jet, our own gas, and all we need is the landing permit, man. We can take off. So I'm ready to take off on this show and talk some basketball, maybe a little NFL, and see what's happening in the world of sports.
Yeah, man, what's happening in the world of sports, especially here in the NBA world, man, especially here in Memphis, too. The Grizzlies and Warriors just faced off in Game 4 last night in San Francisco, bro. And, Grizzlies fans a little upset, man, because Golden State came to Memphis and took home court advantage. So the series shifted back to Golden State with the Warriors up 2-1 now. Last night, Grizzlies, no Ja Morant. And you can say we needed them, man. Golden State took us down 1-1 to 98. And I say we because I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan. You can say we because everybody know you a Miami Heat fan. But Isaac, this game, bro, the Grizzlies winning this game, dog. First of all, Ja Morant set out with right knee soreness. I need to get you. I don't know if you saw how he said he got hurt with Jordan Poole pulling at his knee and yada, yada, yada. I think Jordan Poole did it intentionally. Everybody else said, man, come on, you tripping. But some people agree with me. But last night, bro, you see the Grizzlies fall to Golden State, even though Golden State played horribly, man. But that dude, number 30, not number 30. He played like number 30 last night. Took over, bro. 18 points in the fourth quarter. I think that's his second most points in the fourth quarter in his playoff career. Bro, he just 32 points, man. And the Grizzlies led for 47 minutes, Isaac. And Golden State came back and did what they did and took the W from us, bro.
Well, you know what, Doc? Very interesting game last night from this standpoint, because I think the Golden State Warriors were serving notice to a lot of people, particularly in the East, just in case, they get through the Grizzlies, just in case they get through the Dallas Mavericks or the Phoenix Suns, about what kind of team they can play, a different style of play that they can execute in these playoffs. So seeing what I saw last night, I mean, it was straight up grind mode, West Coast style for the Golden State Warriors, man, because the Grizzlies came out, and we've seen the Grizzlies play, unfortunately, a number of times without Ja Morant being in the lineup. And we know that they're a very formidable team. I mean, I believe they were 18-2 without Ja all year. But the first time he's not available in the playoffs, and these guys really stood up. They stepped up to the mic. I think their coach had the guys prepared to play, and the other guys kind of stepped up and took that lead dog role of what Ja Morant provides for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, they were missing last night. Let's just be real. I mean, Ja Morant, he's the closer. He's been one of the best closers throughout the entire NBA this entire postseason. So that for that guy to be missing in those critical moments, he sets the table for everybody. So you have to give extra attention to him on the defensive end if you're the Golden State Warriors. So without him being there, I felt like the Golden State Warriors were pretty much fancy-free in the end of the game. And I'll just say this, Doc, because I think a lot of people, including myself, was just a little skeptical about the closing ability of one Steph Curry, because he's had many opportunities where he's been wide open for a game-winning three or a game-tying three or a three-point shot to send the game into overtime, and he hasn't come out on top, Doc. So just looking at this and looking at the way he produced his in-game production, I had to back up off of him a little bit and give them some extra points for the style of game that they won last night. It was a gritty, grimy basketball game, a game where you say the Memphis Grizzlies should win, but now it's 3-1, Golden State leading the series.
And it was gritty and grimy basically because Golden State were missing shots, man. Klay Thompson didn't hit 8 3-pointer, and that's hard for Klay Thompson to go through an entire game, and his shot been struggling, man. And Jordan Poole, who normally plays well off the bench, he was struggling last night. But Steph Curry, you're right, man. Steph, that's the one knock. That's a knock on Steph Curry. Everything he does well, he has been put with that label that, bro, you don't step up really in clutch time, man. You don't know how to just really close people out. Well, he closed our ass out last night, dog, because 18 points in the fourth quarter, then those some clutch free throws. I think he hit like 6, 7, or 8 or 6 free throws in a row. And you're right, man, with the Grizzlies. And I tell people now what it was, the Grizzlies went 20-5 in the regular season without Ja Morant. But I tell cats now, the playoffs are different now. When you get to this level of playoffs, Isaac, especially NBA basketball, bro, you got to have a superstar who can go make a shot when a shot needs to be made. Because teams will play you a certain type of way in the regular season. They be like, I get that shot up. I get it on the other end. I get that loose ball. I get. Hell no, they don't really do that in the playoffs, dog. They're going to get everything. So the Grizzlies not having Ja Morant, but I do like Taylor Jenkins' game plan. He said, you know what? Steven Adams was able to come back last game. He didn't play him that much, couple of minutes. And Golden State was getting a lot of easy run, flashes at the basket, a lot of easy layups. Hell, he didn't do that last night. He started Steven Adams, and Steven Adams came out and balled out, bro. He 15 points, 10 rebounds, 10 points, 15 rebounds, something like that. And we had the game, man. The Grizzlies had the game, but the fact that Steph Curry came back, I want to go to the Ja Morant. I haven't spoken to you about this yet, but did you see the play with Ja Morant and Jordan Poole? They said that he was hurt. He hurt him.
Of course.
Now, everybody's saying that's a basketball.
Of course. I saw the play.
Now, Isaac, I've seen it 1,000 times. Now, Jordan Poole made a basketball play with his right hand. Then he deliberately pushed Ja with his left hand on his hip and grabbed his knee with the right one. I ain't saying he intentionally hurt him, but what do you see when you see that play?
Well, Doc, okay, let's put it in this perspective. We're football players, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and things happen in the midst of a football play. Now, let's shine the light on a face mask. You know, sometimes if I'm a defensive end, I'm pass rushing against another huge body in a left tackle or a right tackle. I'm making my moves. Sometimes I can get outside of my body. The quarterback can step up. When I reach for the quarterback, I may be reaching for his shoulder pad, but my hand unintentionally grabs his face mask. Now, there's a thought within your thinking where you can say, okay, I got to let his face mask go. And I can let the face mask go, but at the same time, this other 300-pound human being is pushing me. So, and it's my job to make the tackle. Sometimes inadvertent things happen in the midst of a play, and you're not really thinking, okay, at the beginning of this play, I'm gonna beat my offensive lineman. I'm gonna make this guy miss me, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna snatch this quarterback's face mask, intentionally getting a 15-yard penalty, trying to hurt this guy and trying to get him out of the game. That's not the thought process, Doc. Let's be real. And I don't think Jordan Poole, within the same scenario, was thinking, okay, I'm going to put my left hand on his hip and grab his kneecap and pull it and push at the same time. That's not a thought process. When you play defense in the NBA, your hands have to be up. You have to be alert. Particularly if you're trying to cut off Ja Morant from going left, which is what Jordan's doing, which is in the game plan against Ja Morant, he's in the right position. So it's an inadvertent play. And if you were looking to pull something, if you were looking to grab hold of Ja Morant, you don't grab a body part. You grab his jersey. You grab his pants to try to knock him off his path. So inadvertent play. It's unfortunate Ja got hurt. And I just think, it's another episode of NBA, dare I say, softness at times.
Hey, man, look, let me tell you something, man. To hell with that, because sometimes during a football play, you don't go into a play like, bro, I'm finna grab this dude balls, bro. But then when you in the situation and look, bro, when you I ain't never did it, but I just seen it done. You don't go into a play saying this is what I'm about to do. But then in the pile, you like, oh, it's an opportunity to do some shit. Yeah, come on, bro. That also happens too now. Cats get opportunistic. They don't think about doing it, but then they're like, oh, in the midst of it, I'm like, okay, I'm finna go do this right now. I get what you're saying, but man, dog, man, that man did that on purpose, bro. He did that on purpose, man. But we ain't gonna complain about it because, hey, John said he was fine up until that point. He couldn't play last night. Who lying?
Is it? Hey, there's a lot of complaining I hear coming from Memphis. You say they're not going to complain. There's a whole lot of complaining coming from Memphis, and when you complain, you remain. So, I mean, Doc, when you slow it down, when you start looking at the instant replays, man, but when you look at it live with the speed of the game, how guys are moving, how you're trying to contain one of the most athletic players in the NBA right now in a pressure cooker style of basketball game, it's hard, man. You're trying to get your hands and make sure you don't foul with your hands, make sure you're in the right position where your coach wants you to be, and things like that happen, man. That was a fluke play to me.
Well, Jordan Poole, your ass is guilty, man. I don't care what Isaac talking about. Now, hey, talking about complaining, there is a lot of complaining from Grizzlies fans about one Dillon Brooks. Now, Dillon Brooks couldn't play in Game 3 because he was suspended because of the foul he made on Gary Payton II. He was back last night. And Isaac, I like Dillon, but Dillon, when they say blowtorch, he blew torch last night, bro. I mean, man, hold on. Let me see if I got Dillon's stats, man? 5 or something, dog. He was taking shots. You were like, Dillon, the hell is wrong with you, man? He had a horrible game. Now, I'm not going to dog Dillon. I mean, a lot of Grizzlies fans just don't want him anyway. But he's a key piece to why we won 56 games. He provides that personality and that attitude. But that ass came back last night, Isaac, man. It's just, I don't think it's the shots he missed. To me, I think Dillon wants to be this offensive weapon, which he's not. He don't want to play the role that everybody else wants to place him in. And I can't be mad at him. A lot of times it helps the team. Last night, it hurt the team, especially that shot he took, bro, with about 50 seconds left and the Grizzlies up 1 with that 3-pointer. So a lot of Grizzlies fans ready to get Dillon ass up out of here. You think they're being unfair to Dillon, bro?
I think so, Doc, because let's just be real. His job description is what? He's a defensive enforcer. He's the first guy you want off the bus. He's a rebounder. He's a guy that's going to chase a Steph Curry all over the court, and he's going to make the dirty plays. He's very similar to Marcus Smart in Boston. So those type guys, you got to have them on the team, Doc. You got to. And here's the thing. When you take a player out of rhythm by suspending him for a game, Doc, a lot of things can happen. We talk about it all the time in football, man. When you want to get a quarterback off his spot, get him off of his grass. Why? Because that ups the chances of you forcing him to throw incomplete passes, throw the ball when he's not ready, when he's not comfortable. When you take a guy out of his rhythm, even in the NBA, man, he misses a game, he isn't in the fire, in the groove of the game. It's a potential that you can come back and get that. Now, I'm not sure what he did defensively. When I look at Steph Curry's stats, 18 points in the fourth quarter, maybe he was off his game defensively as well. But Dillon Brooks has been a bright spot for the Memphis Grizzlies for the last couple of years, and I don't see how ushering this guy out of Memphis right now, sending him over to West Memphis, would do anybody any good. They're going to need Dillon Brooks in this series, and particularly the next game in Memphis.
Well, he's been a bright spot for the Memphis Grizzlies, but his ass was a golden spot for the Golden State Warriors last night because he played well for them. He won 5 of 19, bro. You talking about defense on Steph Curry. Steph Curry assisted on 50 of the 101 Golden State points, man, and to go with the 32 points his ass had. Well, that's my thing with Dillon, man. I mean, Dillon was the Pac-12 Player of the Year at Oregon, bro. So he like, I can score. So, and my whole thing, okay, maybe he was out of rhythm, right? Dog, Don't come back yanking that thing, man, trying to put yourself back in rhythm. But I was afraid of that because I said, if Ja not playing, Desmond Bane a little banged up. Oh, Dillon finna let this thing rip. Every chance he get in, he's going to take untimely shots, and that's what I was mad about. The untimely shots, man, because somebody would look like they're about to get hot with the Grizzlies. Dillon getting that motherfucker. I don't care how hot you are, bro. I'm shooting, and I'm finna calm you down. So that's the way I feel about Dillon. That's why I say that, Ike.
Well, obviously, let's say the Grizzlies were going to have to find points from some other player last night. Dillon Brooks was an option, and let's look at it, Doc. He's outperformed what the Memphis Grizzlies drafted him to be or invited him to camp to be. He's outperformed that. He came in with 2 strikes, Doc. That first strike is to being a Pac-10 athlete. Let's just be real, because there ain't much respect for the Pac-12 athletes. Number 2, I mean, he's a light-skinned brother, man. We don't give too much respect to light-skinned brothers, man. They got to do above and beyond, what they're asked to do. And Dylan Brooks has done that for the Memphis Grizzlies, man. So he has my respect. And at times, you got to see where your shot is, man. You took 4 quarters off. Now you're back in. Doc, give him an opportunity to see where his shot is. If it ain't hitting, Dylan, go ahead and do what you normally do. Shut down other players' stars and get rebounds and affect the game in some other way.
Well, he affected the game in a great way as far as Golden State concerned, because he helped them get a W. So now we down 3-1, man. And hopefully Ja Morant. Let me ask you this real quickly though before we move on. Yeah. You think Ja Morant knee hurt, knee sore, you think he should come back, bro? Grizzlies down 3-1. Desmond Bane, he ain't really got no help because Desmond Bane kind of banged up. Jaren Jackson Jr. still struggling. So if you Ja Morant, knee hurting, down 3-1, probably ain't gonna come back and win this series. Do you like, man, I need to chill because you really don't want to take any chances of him messing up his knees even more.
Well, me personally, Doc, when I played sports in the NFL, my personal mantra, it was, if I can run, I'm playing. Anything else is hurting on me, I'll probably sit out. But if I can run, if I can move, I'm going to play. Now, let's be real. 75% of Ja Morant versus 100% of someone else. I'm taking Ja Morant at 75% because he's going to affect the game. He's going to affect the defense of the Golden State Warriors. He's going to put them on alert. He's going to open Desmond Bane a little bit more for the 3-point shot. And Doc, these have been close games. So you need every advantage that you have, everything that you can put on that court to affect the game in a positive way. The Memphis Grizzlies has to do it. It'll be a personal decision for Ja and his representatives. It's probably his dad have to give him the go ahead. But if he can be out there 75%, 76%, by all means, man, get out there on that court and help your teammates.
And how you feel, man, about T. Morant, Ja's dad, man, been getting all this flack about being at his son's games too much? The hell is wrong with that, bro? He too supportive. That's why I say, damn, black man, damn if you do, damn if you don't. I mean, that's ridiculous to me, bro.
Well, you know what? I applaud him for really not responding in the same manner as Tom Brady Sr. doesn't respond to certain stuff. He responds a little bit, but you don't hear too much from him. So I applaud him, man. I mean, that's just a element of morality that he has that a lot of other people don't have.
You got dang right, because I would have been the response. We just different. I would have been ready to, man, forget you. Curse everybody out. Speaking of cursing somebody out, man, the Celtics got buck on the Milwaukee Bucks last night. And if you're not from Memphis, you might not know what Get Buck is, but that's a song. Get Buck, Get Buck. And when that happens, it's probably going to be a fight or it's going to be some very aggressive situations taking place. But Boston, bro, took care of Milwaukee last night, 116-108. So now we got that series tied 2 games apiece. But, this the thing about me, man. Jason Tatum had an off game the last game. Came and balled out last night, 30 points. That's the kind of bounce back you want from a young superstar to see if he's ready to be a superstar, and he showed that. Now, Giannis gave us 34 points and 18 boards. But the person I want to talk about, that goddamn Al Horford, bro. See, Al Horford really doesn't say much. He's been in the NBA about 15 years. He's just solid. Not only is he been good, now he's solid. But Giannis, I like Giannis. He had a great personality, but he dunked on Al Horford yesterday and stared at him and kind of nodded. And Al Horford said, "Oh, okay." And man, later in that game, Al Horford dunked on Giannis so hard, bro. Then he hit him in the face with the hold on, dog. Then he hit him in the face with the left hand, man. My whole thing is that you should have left that damn dude alone because Al Horford ended up with 30 points, bro. I think that was a playoff career high for him. 30 points, 16 in the fourth quarter. And now Boston and Milwaukee tied up. And I know you paying attention to this series because your team is in a battle in the other series. We're going to talk about that shortly. But, bro, first of all, Giannis doing that to Al Horford, and to see somebody like Al Horford that really doesn't say much. Al Horford may be like you, man. People thought you were quiet, but your ass wasn't quiet. You'll get somebody that kill out there. They just don't see it. But waking Al Horford up like that, man, and Giannis still laughing it off, but I love the way Al Horford responded. But I'm one of those, man, you're going to get dunked on. When you stare at somebody, your ass is just pretty much disrespecting them, dog.
Well, Doc, you're talking about some great postseason basketball play, man. But throughout the entire NBA, from what we're seeing at Dallas, Phoenix, Memphis, and Golden State, and even here, Boston, and the Milwaukee Bucks, man. There's some great play that's happened. So these two teams are going head to head. You have Giannis, who's just a unicorn.
Yeah.
And he's definitely taking the lead for the Milwaukee Bucks. And let's be real, offensively, he's not getting much help right now.
No.
But when you have a team, and I've been saying this all year about the Boston Celtics, or at least after Christmas, the Boston Celtics are one of the most complete teams right now that we have left in the postseason. From a coaching standpoint, they've taken on the mentality of their coach. They have two budding superstars in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum being another one. And I think he got the memo, Jason Tatum, that is, that a superstar, a budding superstar, can never have two bad games on a row. So he had a bad game before this game 3. But last night, Doc, when it came time to put these guys away, every time down the court, Jason Tatum was affecting the offense of the Boston Celtics and making sure guys were in place, hitting big shots, the mid-range. He's been compared to the late, great Kobe Bryant many times. And I kind of saw that a little bit from his ability to get you on the elbow, take you down in the post, the turnaround jump shot, and the three-point shot. So he's a guy that can score from all three levels on the basketball court. And he's just flowing right now. He's in a complete flow, and he's doing everything he can on the defensive end to help to try to contain the Greek Freak. So, Doc, that being said, this series right here, I believe is going to go down to the wire. You talked about Al Horford. Hey, Doc, he is battling on the defensive end first and foremost, trying to keep Giannis in check. And then to come back and give the Boston Celtics 30 points on the offensive end, we hadn't seen that in a very long time for Al Horford. You got to really be impressed the way he's transformed his game. He used to be a guy that's on the low block, calling for the ball, and now he's extended his game past the three-point range, particularly when he dunked on Giannis. He gave a great pump fake because you have to honor his three-point shot now because he can knock that down and goes right around the Greek Freak, probably one of the defensive players of the year, finishing at the hole in the rack. And just the enthusiasm that he showed, Doc, it ignited the entire Boston Celtics team. Guys on the bench, they were happy and put them in a position to finish these guys off. So it's another great series. I think, it's going to go down to the wire, and they're going to have to do what they do. I mean, the superstars in this series are really going to have to show up, rise to the top, man, for whoever comes out of this game, out of this series to win it.
Yeah, they teed Al Horford ass up for that too, man. Gave him a technical foul. I wish they wouldn't have given him a technical foul. They don't even want you to do anything after a big play, man. It's like the referees forget that sports is entertainment now. And to see cats respond like that is entertaining. And You're right. When somebody quiet like Al Horford, man, they make a play and you see him get emotional and you see him a little pissed off, that does make the rest of the team focus even more because you're like, damn, quiet dude, man. Let me get leaving a little angrier too, and let me get more inclined and more locked into this ball game. So I love that Bucks Celtics series, man, because Boston got a great team and Giannis didn't get any help from Drew Holiday last night. The fact of the matter, he's working without Chris Middleton, man. So they asking Giannis has to do everything. And a lot of times they just give him the rock and just say, go to work. And he goes to work and really can't stop him. If he missed shots, he's just missing shots, but you really can't stop him. But speaking of stopping someone, Isaac, the Miami Heat looked unstoppable, bro. First two games against the Philadelphia 76ers, it was easy work, man. They went up 2-0. They were like, yeah, this is going to be a nice little series. Joel Embiid, he's out. He got a broken face, broken lip, had a concussion. We good. But then something happened. They went back to Philly. Joel Embiid masked up. Joel Embiid came back. Joel Embiid giving y'all that work, even though he hadn't been his offensive self, because he led the league in scoring almost 31 points a game, 11 rebounds. But now he's back. Series tied at 2 games apiece, bro. What y'all doing, Miami Heat? Jimmy Butler still doing his thing, but Isaac, y'all ass might be in some trouble, my boy.
Well, Doc, you know what? Here's the thing about it, man. We talked about, ending in that first series with the Grizzlies versus the Golden State Warriors. Should Ja play? Should he play the next game? this is a prime example how the superstar, the main ingredient of a team, can affect the team. Not only psychologically, Doc, from an emotional standpoint, he can do what he can do offensively, help out when he can defensively, even with a mask on his face. So I think with his return, man, for the Philadelphia 76ers, man, that just rejuvenated everybody. It makes everybody better. It makes Maxey better. It makes Harden a little bit more confident. It makes Doc Rivers a little bit more better coach when a guy like that is in the middle, when he's been there all year. You know, I hate the fact that, you know, Nikola Jokic was named MVP yesterday, and now we have to face mad Joel Embiid tonight. Yep. But at the same time, Doc, it's another great series. It's tied 2-2. I think defensively, from a defensive standpoint, the Miami Heat has done a terrific job slowing these guys down before the return of Joel Embiid. And now, once again, this game that just passed, which made the game 2-2, I think the Miami Heat, we missed a whole lot of wide open three-pointers. We were 7 of 35 at the three-point line. So that's a lot of three-pointers that we left on the table, considering how that three-point shot, you know, it really pushes our team, pushes our offense and what we want to do. And I felt like we had a lot of opportunities to make those shots. We just didn't make them. Tyler Heroes, he was off. My guy, Oladipo, he was a bit off. Kyle Lowry, he was a bit off last night. I'm looking for a rebound game tonight. Jimmy Butler has been done. He's been spectacular this entire series. And I'm looking for the other guys to come in. The Kyle Lowrys of the world, who's been an all-star. Oladipo, who's been an all-star, to come back and hit those wide open shots. Because dare I say, have we hit 14 out of those 35 attempts, probably 7 more than we did this past game? Doc, I believe we would have won that past game, man, and been up 3-1. So being back at home in the conference of the FTC gym where we play our basketball at, I think these guys will be comfortable, man, playing in their own stadium. And I think those very same shots that we got in game 4, we're going to hit them tonight in game 5.
If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. So if it's not a fifth. So and I don't drink no more, but so if we can all day and all night. And Suns and Mavericks fans, I know I ain't gonna talk about y'all game because I don't care. I mean, y'all 2-2. I do care about the fact that fan touched Chris Paul's mom, and that fan should have got his ass whooped. I don't care how old he was, and talking about he was drinking. I don't know what's up with NBA fans, man, because I don't think y'all would do that with NFL, because NFL football players probably ain't finna let you hold them back. But Suns, Mavs fans, I don't care nothing about y'all series, man. I just watch the entertainment. I ain't finna talk about y'all series. Y'all up 2-2. So good luck with y'all. We'll holler at y'all. I got to worry about the Grizzlies and these damn Golden State Warriors. But did you see the tweet, man? Rudy Gobert said he'll lock Shaq down. He'll lock him down. Rudy Gobert said he'll lock Shaq his ass down. First, let me begin by saying, Rudy Gobert, I respect you, bro. Shaq would have killed your thin ass out there, bro. I think he need to go back, and I think he need to go back and look at highlights. Shaq was folding dudes up. Shaq was quick. Shaq, like, I don't need to do no small, no mini hook jump shot, no hook shots on you, man. Rudy Gobert might be too full of himself because the NBA really doesn't have big men anymore. Cats don't really work in the paint, so he really be playing against power forwards a lot of times. But Rudy Gobert, stop it, dude. Stop. I want to smack his damn hand like a little kid in kindergarten. Stop it, man. Shaq would fold his ass up, Ice.
Well, I think Mount Mutombo is a better defender than Rudy Gobert.
Yes.
And we've all seen the matchup between Shaq and Mount Mutombo. And at times it was heavily favored in Shaq's ability to move Dikembe Mutombo under the rim and finish with a dunk. Mount Mutombo had his moments. He would block the shot every now and then. But just to be real, I don't think Rudy Gobert is in a place where he could stop Shaquille O'Neal from doing anything. Man, I think Shaq is too powerful, one of the most dominant players to ever play the game. And he'd have forced him. I probably would have fouled him out, Doc.
Hell yeah, would have fouled him out, man. He probably would have made him quit. Because Shaq get to banging into their chest, man, and bagging them down, bro. The only thing I can see Rudy Gobert locking Shaq ass down if he plays Shaq like right now. at this age Shaq is right now, because he couldn't have been talking about a younger Shaq, because that's just nonsense. Something else I think is nonsense too, man, and then we're going to wrap this up. The mayor of Dallas apparently tweeted out that the Dallas should have a second NFL team. He said Dallas should have an expansion team. He said Dallas is a team that can, as a city that can support two NFL teams more than any other city. We know LA has two of them, but both of them ain't in LA. You know, Chicago, who else got two NFL teams? LA got two NFL teams. Well, two, you know, so, but Dallas said New York, yeah. LA and New York. But the Dallas mayor says they should have one. First of all, bro, ain't no way in the hell Jerry Jones going for that, man. And second of all, how the hell, bro, you think Dallas fans are, those are Cowboys fans. Man, that Dallas mayor is tripping, man. I don't know if he want to fist fight Jerry Jones or what, but his ass starting something his mouth starting something I don't think his ass can finish, man.
I don't know, Doc. It may be a political ploy by the mayor of Dallas, you know, but when he offers his stats, his statistics, you know, you look at Dallas as one of those up and coming metropolitan areas, particularly with a lot of oil money behind it. It's very rapidly going past what Chicago has to offer. I mean, you look at the state of Texas, you have Houston, which is probably the fourth largest city in America, and Dallas, which is probably, you know, more popular than what Houston is right now. So, you know, you're right. It would be a fight to the death for the team in the Dallas to try to represent in the NFL with Jerry Jones standing there. I mean, one of the ways I can see it happening is, you know, Jerry Jones owns both teams, which would be an interesting dynamic. Or you let, you know, me and you come in there, Doug, and we own the team. We can run. We can go head to head with the Cowboys.
Oh, we go head to head with anybody. I mean, just let me own the league. That's what I want. I want the league. Damn the team. Give me the league, so I can, you know, fix some of this stuff. But I just think it's funny, man. I'm like, man, I wonder the hell Jerry Jones going for that, bro. I don't know if Dallas Cowboys fans are too damn crazy, man. They might fight. Cowboys fans are so damn crazy that Cowboys would be on the road while they playing in Cowboys Stadium. They probably show up, try to fight the damn fans going up in there, man, and try to support the new Dallas team. But anyway, anything else you want to add, man, before we get up out of here, bro?
Oh, man, great band of basketball being played by these guys, man, Doc. And I just truly enjoyed seeing it because, you know, it's not about money. It's not about, you know, material things right now. It's about being a team and winning a championship and going through other guys that with similar other teams, other programs that are out there trying to stop you and trying to get to the same, you know, Larry O'Brien trophy to hoist at the end. So it's a great brand of basketball that's being played by these guys. Guys are on the floor, scratching up elbows, scratching up knees, and doing everything they can to stop some of these prolific superstar players from scoring baskets, man. So I'm truly enjoying it.
Well said, just like I truly enjoyed another episode of the Run Pass Option with Pro Football Hall of Famer Isaac Bruce and Doc Holliday. We talk sports because we know sports. We out.